In today's video we're going to be buying a car and flipping it for a profit in 24 hours. So let's see if I could do this challenge. So I'm now on my way to the office to collect the keys. Hopefully there isn't anything wrong with this car because that's going to delay us selling the car within 24 hours. Can I do it or not? I think I can do it if the car's at the right price, but I also want to make profit on the car. I don't want to rip myself off, so let's go inside and get the keys. So I just got the V5C and the keys, and there's the car that I've bought. This is the car that I've bought, a 2010 Citroen C1. Just a quick walk around of the car. There's a little bit of a scratch there. You have my son sat in the seat right now, going through my stuff. Thank you. Thank you. You don't need to go through my things. Just check the engine oil. There's engine oil in the car. Just check the coolant, and the coolant is a bit low. So I'm gonna have to top up the coolant and monitor that to just check that it isn't leaking coolant anywhere. The only issue with the car is just a little dent here. You probably can't see it on camera, and just a little dent here. But apart from that, the bodywork is really good, and no lacquer peel on this one either. So I definitely think I can make some good profit out of this one. All right, so I'm on the first drive. I'm gonna have to go to the petrol station to get some water to put into the coolant tank because the coolant's a bit low. And then I'm gonna have to sort of monitor the coolant just to see if the coolant's leaking or not. But this car is actually a really nice car, guys. I think it'll definitely sell within 24 hours if the price is right. So challenge on. No issues so far driving. Clutch is good. Clutch isn't slipping at all. And I've also got half a tank of petrol in there as well. And I've got a 50-minute drive back, so I don't need to put any petrol in, but I'm definitely gonna have to go and top up the coolant. So I'm currently on the motorway. I've just topped up the coolant and the car drives really well, but I've noticed the first issue. So the first issue is the indicator doesn't work. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't know, I'm gonna have to put some electric contact cleaner in there or something to try see what's going on with that. But yeah, the indicator don't work properly basically. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Like now it's not working because you can't hear it clicking. But apart from that, the car drives really well with no issues. I've got 46 minutes left on the journey. So I've made it back. The car hasn't skipped a beat. The coolant hasn't moved. The car hasn't overheated or anything like that. The car drives really well. No knocks or bangs over bumps. So I'm really happy with how this car drives. But I did find one issue on the way here. But look, it's not working, see? It's not working. And to make it work, I got to do this. I got to keep tapping it like that to make it work. So look, see? It's not working properly, as you can see. So let's go to Halfords to get some contact cleaner to see if that can fix it. Just arrived at Halfords. Let's go inside and see if we can find the contact cleaner. I think it should be down here somewhere. Yes, there you go. Contact cleaner, WD-40. Let's see if it does the job. So let's spray some of this contact cleaner in there and see what's happening. So let me go like this with it. Still not working. I've got to hold down on it for it to work, so... Oh shit, I just pressed the one, guys, and I made people jump. So let's get home, get my tools out and see what I can do. So I've now got my tools. I watched a YouTube video how to fix this, and I've got to take the steering wheel off, and I've got to take out the clock spring and also the indicator. I've got to take it all out, take it apart, clean it. Apparently because there's corrosion in there, that's why it's not working. So let's see if I can fix this, guys. Fingers crossed I can, because then I'll still be able to do the 24 hours challenge of selling this car. Let's start off by getting the airbag out. So let me undo this side and undo this side. And let's see, does the airbag come out? Yes, I got the airbag out. There you go, airbag disconnected. And this disconnected, so the airbag's now out. Let's get this off. There you go, got that off. I mark the steering wheel on here just to make sure that it's all lined up correctly. There you go. Yes, guys, I've got it off. So as you can see, there's a lot of corrosion there. If you have a little look, you can see all the corrosion there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean this off and put it back together. It's now all clean. Let's put it back together and see if it works. The moment of truth, the car's back together. Let's start it up and see, does the indicator now work? Yes, guys, look at it. I fixed it. Let's go outside the car to see if it actually works on the outside as well. Yeah, as you can see, the indicator's working on the outside. I'm glad I managed to fix it without buying a new one, guys. So yeah, 24-hour challenge is on. So I've just popped to Ranjani's to get some gloss black spray paint and also some microfiber cloth. So I got a pack of 16 microfiber cloth. And as you guys can see, the indicator now works. So if I indicate right, the indicator works. If I indicate left, the indicator works, which is good. So I'm glad I fixed that, guys. Car drives really good as well. Nice little POV drive. Ugh, this drink is horrible. I definitely do not like that drink. I've just got back. Let's spray the Steely's matte black. Off. Get rid of all the dust. So this is what the Steelies look like now, and this is what it looked like before, so definitely a good transformation. So all the Steelies are now matte black, and I'm just trying to get rid of some of these scratches using some T-cut. So there was a scratch here, and I've got rid of it so far. This scratch is a bit too deep, so this one ain't coming out, but T-cut is doing the job. So I'll be back once that's done. The clutch biting point is a bit higher than I'd like, so I'm just going to adjust the clutch. So literally down here is the clutch pedal adjuster, all the way behind here. Let's adjust the clutch pedal. That should be alright. Done a couple of turns. Let's try out the clutch. So this is the biting point of the clutch pedal now, which isn't too bad. So this is how the car's turned out. It hasn't turned out too bad, to be honest. I literally haven't had to do anything to it, literally. I just adjusted the clutch, fixed the indicator stalk thing, and that's everything done with the car. So the car is ready to go up for sale now. I've already taken the photographs and everything, but this is how the car's turned out. Interior's clean. So let's go home and list the car up for sale. So this is the photographs of the car. I've put it up for 1,450 41 minutes ago. So this is the photographs. I've also listed the car for sale on Gumtree as well. And this was the message I got about the car. So the guy said, "Hiya, everything well, please can you send me your number? I'd like to ask a few questions about the car and your address, please. I want to view it within the next hour if you're available." Hopefully the guy comes to view the car. I'm not sure if he will or not. I'm not sure if he's going to reply or not. So the car's been listed up for 12 hours now. I've had 2 inquiries and both of them haven't turned up basically. So a woman messaged me this morning saying if she could come see the car midday. I said yes, and obviously she hadn't replied after that. A guy messaged me yesterday saying, "Can you come see the car within an hour?" I replied and he didn't reply. So I failed the 24-hour challenge. It's now 48 hours and I've had another viewing on the car today, but these guys tried to lowball me a lot, so I can't be asked for any crap. So when they lowballed me, I said, I'm just going to park the car up and you lot can go, because I'm just tired of people messing about. They already know the price of the car. I've now lowered the price to £1,380, which I think is fair for the car. Comment down below what you guys think is a fair price to put the car up for. Auto Trader says the car's worth 1,600 and something, but I'm 100% sure the car's not going to sell for that. But I'm happy to take 1,380 for the car. It's a lot of car for the money. Part of selling cars, you get messed about in it, so that's what's happened. I've had like quite a lot of messages about the car, but I've had 1 viewing so far and they tried to lowball me, so yeah, I'm not selling the car for like 800 quid, you get what I'm trying to say? I pay you £873 for the car, all fees included, so that's dumb. Right, he just broke it. He just broke it, bro. He just broke the thing now, and then I'm going to have to go fix that now. Man.
Just tight it.
I don't know if there's anything else on the inside that's broken either. Because they've been messing about with stuff on the inside as well, bro. What, are you going to pay me for that or what? It's about £20 to replace that.
If you want, I will pay, no problem. Just if you tight it, it will be fine.
No, that's broken.
This is not broken, just little bit loose.
Look at that, look at the way it's spinning. It's 20 quid for one of them, so...
Yeah, I know, but...
If you want to send me the £20, we're good and you can go, innit? If it was me and my child broke it, I would have just paid you the money. It's just 20 quid. But you can't do that. What
do you think, they're broken now or before it was broken?
Nah, it wasn't broken. What do you want to do then?
Yeah, if you want, I am happy to pay. No?
It's just 20 quid, isn't it, to replace that? That's the thing. I'm being fair right now. He broke the thing. I'm being fair before I get angry. He broke it, bro. I'm being fair before he pissed me off, man. I was gonna break it and you're gonna try to tell me that it's broke before. Come on, man. If my child done that, I would have paid you the money. Stop touching it because he's gonna make it worse, mate.
Don't touch.
So you send it to me now then? So I'm not doing that after
Send me
thing.
your account, please. Thank you so much.
We came to an agreement in the end, didn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah. So guys, just like that, the car's sold. His son bloody broke the windscreen wiper. I've just sold the car, my phone ran out of storage, and yeah. Bruv, this kid broke the windscreen wiper at the back, bro, but he bought it in the end. I sold it for way less than I wanted to sell it for, but it's sold. The car is now sold. It took 48 hours, so the 24-hour challenge failed. And this guy's kid broke the windscreen wiper on the car, mate. But obviously, he rang his whole family out and stuff. And for the sake of the challenge, I took £1,100 for the car, guys, just to get it gone. For the sake of the challenge, a flip's a flip at the end of the day. So yeah, that's it, guys. The car's sold. So yeah, his kid broke the thing. And obviously, I said, obviously, you're gonna have to pay for that, bro. They're £10 off eBay, so he was just on about the price, innit? So I was like, I just wanted it gone, so I just wanted the car gone, so I took £1,100 for it. There's literally hardly any profit that I made, but it's done.